What's up, YouTube? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. This is an episode of Opinions and A-Holes, where we all have an opinion in the A-hole, but some of our opinions have us coming off as A-holes when we're just simply telling the truth. Like I said, I am a work in progress like all of us. We all are a work in progress, especially if you want to change. You can't be afraid. You can't sit back and think somebody going to do something for us, do something for you. A lot of entitlement going on in this world. A lot of people thinking that somebody owed you something. Now, don't get me wrong. I made a video a while back about reparations. And we as black people, we can't even come together to get our proverbial 40 acres and a mule. Because some people want to act like, okay, well, I went to work, and I work for mine. I don't need nobody giving me nothing. If your great-great-great-granddaddy was enslaved, and the reason why he was enslaved was because of the government and some ruthless white people decide to hold a whole race of people as property, everybody else got theirs. The people who was in the World War II internment camp, the Japanese people, they got reparations. The Jewish people still getting reparations because you know why? It's power in numbers. They all on one accord. They have the keys to financial wealth and success because it's been instilled in them since the days of Moses. So when you sit back and you think about what we've been through as a people, we so messed up that we want to sit back and think that nobody owes us anything. If somebody had a 400-year head start on us, you know, we ain't gonna win. We're always gonna be behind. So this video today is about unity. We have no unity in our community. I'm no different. I can tell you I was coaching a basketball team where I lived at in Delaware in 1996, 97. I coached from 96 to 99, 3 years, and I won the championship. Those 3 years, I won the first 2 years, and then I lost the third year in the last 20 seconds of the game because my team wanted to keep shooting, and when they were shooting, they were missing. And while we was missing, the other team was making the points, and they ended up beating us. I still took the little kids out for pizza, but my frustration with that whole situation during that time, and we're talking almost 20, 26, 27 years ago, 25 years ago, was that the parents would interfere because they feel as though if they was paying their money for their child to play basketball, that they had the right to voice their opinion about the coaching and the playing. If you never played the sport before in your life and you just watch, you don't know as much as a person that's played the sport. And even if a person did play a sport and you never did, you can learn by reading books, but to understand it from the inside out is better than outside in. Meaning that if you played, you understand the nuances of the game. You understand what needs to be done. You understand what to do because either you were coached or instinctively while you playing the game, you would know what to do on defense, what to do on offense, when to shoot, when not to shoot, when to pass the ball, when to just set a good screen. All these things are things that need to be taught, which we call fundamentals. A lot of stuff, knowing what I know about basketball, and, I'm talking about this subject because I didn't think about the kids. I didn't think about somebody needed to be there to be a voice of reason for kids. I would never tell a child, don't listen to your mother or father, but when they start to step into my arena or into my area of expertise, I would tell them, I used to tell the moms, why my son, they'd be like, why my son ain't playing? The dads, why my boy ain't playing? You know, he really good on the NBA Live. Okay, there's a thing called the video game, and then there's called reality. But the point of I'm telling this story is because how I gave up what my goal in life was, which was to reach back and to speak with young men that look like me, that's from the same environment and the same type of situation as me, and enlighten them about how if you coachable in with basketball, you could be coachable in any aspect of life because it requires a thing called discipline. Most young black men, black and brown men out here are looking for discipline, for somebody to hold them accountable. I want to get back out there, but the mentality of the young folks now is way worse than it was in 1999. And I just can't see me adapting to the new way of thinking and the way of doing things. You know, so all I can do is encourage those that are out there doing the work to keep your eyes on the child. Do not get swayed by an incident with a parent. You know, be encouraged and understand that stand firm on what you believe and stand firm on what it's all about. Because if you do that, nobody can say nothing wrong to you because you're doing the right thing by the child. You know what I mean? So with that being said, cautionary tale is what the first and foremost, having relationship with my creator. I call him the divine one because I never had a father, but I always was a son. Having that relationship has made me realize that I should never be afraid, because if God be with me, who could be against me? So that's why I'm making these videos, to be a cautionary tale. The old nigga sitting on the stoop. I'm like the mayor off of Do the Right Thing, but the only difference is I ain't walking around the street, drunk, and he broke it down on why he was out there, and he was ashamed, and back during a certain time, men used to feel emasculated because they couldn't get a good earning, and it would seem like every time they thought they were getting ahead, society would set them back. Some of their own people would set them back. Their employer set them back. Whoever they were, they might have say they was a carpenter and they did all this work for somebody, and because they made one mistake, they didn't get paid. Black men was going through it and have always been catching it since we were freed from slavery. So when you put all this together, you have to understand that we have decided to buy into what society think we should be doing, instead of standing firm on what's best for our people. So I made this video today to encourage any person that's out there helping young folks. And I'm all for being a mentor. I'm all for showing up, because one thing I got now that I didn't have before is time. I ain't worried about, certain things no more, because it is what it is. And when I read the Bible, it says, don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will take care of itself. Worry about today. So right now, I'm right here today. I have crazy visions. I have crazy ideas, and I have things that I want to do that I've been sitting on the sideline, not doing them. So this is my first step. I made my first video in 2018, and I stopped. And then last year, I went through some traumatic where I found out that my father ain't my father, which between you and me, he is. He just never liked me because he don't love himself. He love himself, but it's in the arrogant way. He don't love himself in a loving way. But the bottom line is, I never vibe with him. I never related with him. My mentality and the way he is and the way I am is totally different. The bottom line is, when I went through that and he uttered to me that he wasn't my father, it made me realize that it's all on me. I wasted my time seeking validation and approval from people who, if you don't understand what I'm saying, you're not the black sheep in your family, or you're not the person in your family that have a call on your life, and you're around negative people that don't want you to see. They like the devil. They don't want you to see yourself the way God sees you. So they put all these things inside, they say mean-spirited things, hateful things. The bottom line is, I'm encouraging those who are trying to do better for our community. I don't want to do the gossip. I haven't watched any sports shows in about 2 weeks because I'm serious about building this platform up with the foundation being the divine one. The divine one. For I never had a father, but I always was a son. That's what I call him. At the end of the day, when I get down to it, if they ask me who I serve, I'm going to say I serve Jesus Christ. But I want to be an encouragement. I want to help. And I hope I'm a voice of reason to somebody who might be going through it, that look like me, that might think like me, that are afraid to speak from their heart. I ain't never been afraid. I just didn't know how to put it together in a kind and gentle way, which I show compassion and empathy towards those who might not understand me. I'm going to say it again. I got it from the late, great Bernie Mac. You don't have to respect me. Just don't disrespect me. So I hope you are encouraged by this video and understand that I went all over the place, but I ended up back to the point that we as the people have to come together and unify so that we can make our situations in our community better. So I hope this reaches somebody. I pray that you're a good friend of mine, and if you feel like you're ready to give up, don't. Just hold on and be strong and understand that whatever it is, this too shall pass. I'm a cliche you to death because all those things have kept me from losing my everlasting mind. Now I'm gonna put my mind on the higher, on a higher vibration and understand that we all got a purpose. And my purpose, I've always had the gift of gab. But now I have something called wisdom because I've been through a lot, I survived a lot, and I lived a lot. And I've always had crazy knowledge, and I ain't never been to college, but I'm going to use what I got to be a voice of reason to somebody who might be going through it and who might not be able to, who feels though they can't hold on. Just keep living. And I thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like, and I hope and pray that this touches you in a way in which you see yourself the way God sees you, because he loves us all in spite of. You don't got to do nothing and he'll still love you. He loved the saved and he loved the sinner. He loves us all. He loved the saved and he loved the unsaved. As long as we in this flesh, we're going to be sinners. And this is my sermon. And I appreciate you. Take care. And I'll talk to you in a minute. Peace.